In a spliff, West Ham United. In a spliff, they go. In a spliff, West Ham United. Go back to XX, you pussy. Oh. Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to Eli Talks Football. And welcome to your match reaction for West Ham United 1, Chelsea 5. And as you can see on the right side of your screen, that is the final score. And those were the goal scorers tonight. João Pedro, Pedro Neto, Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Chalobah. All of them were wearing black kits. And I'm also wearing a black, but it's a shirt, not a kit this time. But guess what? I'm so glad and I'm so happy we wore that shirt because we were 1-0 down. I just thought that, are we wearing these shirts for our funeral? Because I was worried. But guess what? We actually wore those shirts for West Ham's funeral because we absolutely hammered, battered, destroyed, put West Ham in an absolute spliff by putting 5 goals past West Ham. I got 5 on it. I choke more like Kinky. I got 5 on it. Sorry, guys. That's the only part that I know. I'll try to remember the rest of that song a bit later. But anyway, 5-1 to Chelsea. Back-to-back wins at the London Stadium for the first time ever in the Premier League. Because usually when we win against West Ham at London Stadium, the next season we either draw or lose to them. But that is not the case tonight. 3 wins in a row against West Ham. And Graham Potter, the former Chelsea manager, tried to shock Chelsea by getting that win. But guess what? That didn't happen tonight because Enzo Maresca's tactics outclassed and outfought Graham Potter because we have absolutely hammered them. And when the third goal went in, that's when the West Ham fans decide to walk out. Not all of them, but some of them did. When we scored the 4th goal, they walked out. And when we scored the 5th goal, they walked out. Those empty seats were an absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. And West Ham can hold that. Yeah. 2 games that they've lost. 8 goals conceded. 1 goal scored. I tell you what, yeah. If West Ham do not fix this, they might be relegated, which I don't think they are, but they might be relegated if Graham Potter doesn't fix this, because this is an absolute embarrassment for West Ham. They were supposed to be, getting themselves, in the top 10, above the top 10, but it looks like they can't do that. It looks like they can't do that, blood. Yeah, so West Ham hold that. Back-to-back wins at the London Stadium for the very first time. And Enzo Maresca is the only manager to do that. Only manager. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So today, before I get into the game, I would just like to say I hope Cole Palmer's injury is not that serious because he was supposed to be started today, but because he felt something during the warm-up, he had to be on the bench for that one. And deep down, he's disappointed, but I know he will be part of Chelsea right now because without Palmer, I was very worried that this team might not do something. They might not do something without Palmer. But tonight, instead of being Palmer FC, we have turned into Chelsea FC because we have turned up and we have showed West Ham that we have a better squad than you and we will definitely beat you again. And guess what? No Palmer, no problem, because that's what Chelsea did tonight. Absolutely fantastic. So basically, since Palmer came off and we brought on Esseval to make his first Premier League start for Chelsea, we had João Pedro. Instead of playing on the left wing, we put him in the 10, Esseval on the right, Neto on the left, and Delap up top. And that is exactly what I wanted to see because during the Premier League on Sky Sports, they showed that Esseval was playing in the 10, and I was saying no. Let it not be. I need to see Neto on the left, Esseval on the right, and João Pedro on the 10. And you can clearly see that it worked. And I'll get to why in just a moment. But I'm going to get into the goals and other bits as well. So yeah, West Ham in the 6th minute scored the first goal. And yeah, it was a good finish by Luis Paqueta, but but we gave them that goal. We gifted them that goal because Chalobah and Esteval's concentration was really bad. Like Chalobah was trying to feed the ball to Esteval, and then Esteval, couldn't get there on time. And Luis Paqueta got onto the ball, still made the one, and it was a brilliant finish. But but while I was watching that goal, I was so angry and fuming because where was our defense? Where was our midfield? Why didn't nobody close him down? Because I keep saying, you give players that much space, you know what's likely going to happen. They're going to take their chance and put it back the net, and that's Luis Paqueta did. And I think for me, Moise Caicedo should have got there and made a tackle. And and I don't care if it gets a yellow card. Do it for the team. Just do it. Just make a tackle. Just make a foul or something like that. But he doesn't do that. So yeah, that was a really good goal from Luis Paqueta, but it's absolutely fuming because the fact that we were 1-0 down against West Ham is unacceptable. And then while the game went on, I was really trying to see if Chelsea can have the mentality of get an equalizer, like trying to win the game, have that winning mentality, because we see this so many times where Chelsea go 1-0, 2-0 down and they don't find a way. Like last season we did that a couple of times, the likes of Fulham, likes of Ipswich Town and something like that. But we've never seen a time where Chelsea, managed to win the game after being 1-0 down. And tonight proved it. And honestly, I was really angry when we decided to bring that rugby player, for us to change Chelsea's mentality. I was absolutely fuming, but you know what? It clearly works. Whoever that rugby player is, and you made Chelsea, changing the mentality. Big up, yeah, big up. Because I doubted you, but you absolutely proved me wrong. Big up. And we scored 5 goals today, and 3 of them came from the set piece. The first goal came from a corner where I think it was Neto or Enzo whipped the ball in, and then Marco Cuellar, heads that, and tries to feed someone, and then João Pedro, white place like time, heads that in for 1-1. Also, West Ham did score the second goal after we equalized, but thankfully enough, Kukueya done his job because he kept that defender offside, and that's when I was becoming really more angry because our equalizer didn't take that long. And Robert Sanchez, I keep telling you, this guy is the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League. And once again, he is so lucky, because he should be keeping it out. He should have done better with his legs. So he's so lucky, so lucky. So yeah, West Ham did score their second goal, but thankfully it was offside. But yeah, we need a new goalkeeper straight away because Robert Sanchez for me is still one of the worst goalkeepers ever. He did make a save, I can't lie, but for me, he's so lucky that West Ham that we didn't concede the second goal of the night. Otherwise, it would have been even more embarrassing. So there we go. So yeah, that was the first set piece. Then the second set piece was the fourth goal where Enzo Fernandez whips it in, and then that goalkeeper. Oh my God, I am so glad we didn't sign him because he made an error today for both the fourth and the fifth goal. Because the fourth goal, it was actually like Robert Sanchez. He tried to catch the ball, but it dropped on him, and then Moise Caicedo with an easy finish, off the post and aim to make it 4-1. And then the fifth goal, another set piece. Neto whips it in, and then, you know, and then I don't know what happened after that, but all I know is that João Pedro, was heading, to feed the ball into Chalobah, and then Chalobah scored. And once again, that goalkeeper was at fault because he should have kept that out, but he didn't. He really didn't. But yeah, Chalobah scored. That was the fifth goal. So all 5 goals, we scored 5 goals, and 3 of them came from a set piece. And I tell you what, whoever the set piece coach is, he needs to deserve some praise because it looks like, yeah, we're starting this season. We score more set piece than Arsenal so far. So, oh my God! But there we go. And I want Chelsea to keep this up because usually we are terrible from set pieces, whether it's from a corner or whether it's from a free kick. We're actually absolutely terrible. But so far, we have been absolutely good. So keep it up, Chelsea. and set piece coach, keep this up because I wanted to really, really continue those set piece because they were absolutely fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Then the second goal, which was scored by Neto, João Pedro, that ball into Neto was absolutely a thing of beauty. The way he just whips it in, the way he just crosses it into Neto was brilliant. Then Neto just puts in above the net to make it 2-1, and we turned it around. But I'd like to talk about the third goal. The third goal was absolutely beauty. And this is where Liam Delap needs some credit because he bullied that centre back. He saw Estefan making a one and he passed it in straight away. Then Estefan made a really great one on the right hand side. And then I was thinking, try to shoot. But instead of doing that, he done the right thing. Enzo Fernandez in a penalty box, passed the ball to him, and Enzo Fernandez taps in to make it 3-1. That was an absolutely beauty of a goal. Estevao. And by the way, he's the first Chelsea player, the youngest Chelsea player to score on his first start for Chelsea in the Premier League history. That is absolutely fantastic. And this guy's 18 years old. 18. And he's already looking like the Brazilian Neymar, as people like to call it. Absolutely fantastic. And I tell you what, if Estevao keep this up, he is going to be a problem. Because when it comes to Brazilians, they know how to do their job. And both of them scored tonight. Sorry, João Pedro scored. And Estevao, man, he almost could have scored because Reece James, by the way, puts a great pass into Estevao William. He cuts through on the left hand side and he almost scored, but that deflection didn't really help. But it does really matter because Estefan did well. Sorry guys, I had to take a drink of water. I just had to take a bit of a break there. But it does really, so yeah, like I said, it does really matter because Estefan still had a really good game tonight. Still had a really good game. And yeah, that was basically it. So SFL could have scored. Enzo Fernandez could have scored. Like this game could have been an absolute humiliation by West Ham. It could have been like 7-1 or 8-1 if we had those chances. But listen, we still battered them. We put them to shame and we put them in an absolute spliff. And listen, no Palmer, no problem. Because usually we always rely on Palmer to save us. But tonight, we didn't need him. Now, the question I want to ask you guys in the comments down below, because one of my subscribers asked a really good question. So basically, next Saturday we got Fulham at home at Stamford Bridge for another London derby. This time it's a West London derby. My question to you guys, and I'll be asking this later on, tomorrow is, and I'll be asking this later tomorrow, is that do you drop Palmer in the next game? Like, do you basically put Palmer on the bench? Because I really don't know. I really don't know. I have to think about this, and I'll probably answer this tomorrow. But my answer is I really don't know. But what do you guys think? If you're a Chelsea fan, do let me know in the comments down below. Where do you think that Palmer should be benched for the game against Fulham? Because he looked better when Palmer didn't play, So I really don't know. So I'll try to answer this tomorrow. I'll think about it, then I'll try to answer it, but I really don't know. But listen, today was a really good win, and the subs that we made really worked because in the 62nd minute, we took up Liam Delap and brought on Andre Santos, and that allowed João Pedro to play as a false nine. Andre Santos to be playing alongside Caicedo, and probably put Enzo in the 10. And then in the 69th minute, we put on a triple sub. So Reece James on for Malo Gusto, Cookwell on for Hater, and for Fana, who is back for Chelsea, came on for Chalobah. I thought, like I said, Reece James on his thing, Joe Hater on his thing. Whereas for Fana, did had a few shaky moments, especially when he fouled James Wood-Prowse to give away the free keeper. Thankfully enough, it hit straight at the wall this time. So there we go. But it is Wes Fofana's first game back for Chelsea, so I will give the benefit of the doubt. So we need to give him time. But it's great to see Wes Fofana back. But I have this feeling he might get injured again. But hopefully that is not the case. So there you go. And then the last player was Jamie Gittins on Festival, which I haven't seen Jamie Gittins. Maybe if he would have come earlier, I would have seen Jamie Gittins doing his thing, but nothing really that much. And that was basically it. So listen, and then after those substitutions, we decided to go out defensive, try to hold out into this win, and it clearly worked because West Ham looked like the better team, but our defensive our defensive shape and our back line worked, because every time West Ham was in the penalty box, there's always offside every single time. So there we go. And lastly, I'd like to say this as well, is that the referee today was absolutely poor, because he decided to give Joe Hato a yellow card, which was the first in the game. But why could you not give James Ward-Prowse a yellow card where he clearly stamped on Caicedo's leg? For me, that should have been yellow card. Like, to me, the referee was really bad. I like to say this as well. Like, the penalty that at the end should have been a penalty, because the arm was out from that defender, not close to his body, and it hits the arm. And for me, that's definitely a penalty. But the VR doesn't give it, but it doesn't really matter, because we were still 5-1 up. We were definitely gonna win this game, and it does really matter. So there we go on that one. But yeah, man, that is it for this video. I talked about the lineup, I talked about the game, I talked about the substitutions, the tactics. Oh yeah, one more thing. In terms of João Pedro, he's my man of the match for me. Because he started this. He started to make Chelsea get back to this game, if you want, because he scored a header to equalize. So for me, João Pedro, a goal and 2 assists is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, SFL done his thing. Liam Delap was good. Pedro Neto was on fire. There was so many players I could have picked, but for me, Pedro, for me, man of the match. It's as simple as that. If you agree or disagree, do let me know. And if you got your player of the match, do let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. 5-1 to Chelsea. That ended. So yeah, man, let me know in the comments down below whether you're good, disagree, and everything I said. And if you got your opinions on this, do let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, man, I like to say this as well. Thank you guys so much to all of the subscribers today. I've gone from 714 to 745. So the extra 31 subscribers is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much. I'm getting really close. I want to get 1K as soon as possible, and if I can get it before my birthday, which is in 2 months time, then that would be absolutely great. So make sure you guys keep on subscribing, keep on liking, keep on sharing, and keep on hitting the bonus notification as well. But yeah, man, we destroyed West Ham by 5 goals to 1 in our third kit, our debut kit for this season. We put West Ham in there. We absolutely made West Ham go to their funeral because they got battered by us. And yeah, man, we're top of the league for now in game week 2. Fulham next. Let's see if we get revenge on them next Saturday, which is another London derby, but this time it's a West London derby. So let's hope and pray that we get a revenge on Fulham, because last season we didn't beat them at Stamford Bridge. So there we go. But yeah, man, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you, Swipe, for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And as always, up the Chelsea.